Michael here at drawingteachers.com. I want to talk to you for a minute about how to get better at drawing things. If you remember when you started drawing your cursive letters or your letters that they didn't come out very well at first, it's because you didn't really have experience controlling your hand, getting your hand to do what your brain wanted it to do. So I'm drawing a little box here. And you don't have to have a box with just a piece of paper. I want to make a smaller box though and show you a little exercise that called the riverbed exercise. And we're going to draw some curves in this riverbed. And now we're going to fill these different sections with different shapes. So you start with some curves or lines, and then fill the different parts with shapes. So, for instance, I'm going to fill this one with circles, and what you do is just start making big circles and little circles, like rocks at the bottom of a riverbed. And the repetition of doing these circles over and over gets your hand used to the motion and basically gives you practice, lots of practice, while you're drawing something cool looking. Now if I just said, well, sit down and practice drawing circles, that would be pretty boring. But you'll see that you can come up with something really cool practicing shapes. And what you want to do is make some small ones sometimes fit together and draw some bigger ones, and then fill in those cracks with little circles, little river rocks. Alright, now we've got one part of our little riverbed. This also could be like layers of sediment at the bottom of the river. And we're going to do another layer, and this one is going to have curves. We're going to do 2 or 3, and then we're going to come in from somewhere else and do 2 or 3. And then we're going to draw little curved shapes coming from there. And the trick is to come out of wherever the curves meet. For instance, they meet right here and here. Come right out of there. Now here we've got an interesting spot. We will just start right there. Try up here. And this gives you practice doing larger curves and smaller curves. You may find after a while your hand gets tired or gets kind of cramped. You're exercising it. Just relax a minute, shake that cramp out. Drawing is hard work for your hand. Okay, we're almost done with this layer. Okay, we've got 2 layers of our riverbed done. Now what shall we do in this one right here? Let's do zigzag lines. So if you're going to start an exercise like this, you might not want to do a whole sheet of paper because it's a lot of area to cover. But draw a box. An easy way to draw a box is to take something like a pack of index cards or a CD case and just draw around that. But you can also take a ruler and draw yourself a box. And just concentrate on zigging back and forth and back and forth. And what this is practice. And here you want to try to keep getting sharp points. And your zigzags, you can make some bigger if you want, and then some smaller ones. Maybe alternate, go smaller and then bigger. You find that after a little while you might get bored of the pattern that you're doing. If you're getting bored, that probably means you are pretty well learned how to do that shape. Okay, now we're done with our zigzag layer, and next let's do something here like scales. And what I'll do is have them come this way, and we're going to draw little half circles, and then we're going to overlap, sort of a half overlap of the previous, so like shingles or scales on a fish. And you need to come in kind of with a little half curve sometimes. These are getting very small, so I'm going to reset here. I'm going to skip every other one, and I'm going to do some bigger ones. And this takes some concentration. What you want to do is hit the tops of the previous scales, and mine are not coming out perfect by any means, so give yourself some grace. This is practice. Hand is cramping up a little bit. And how nice this comes out probably will have a lot to do with just how much care you take in doing it. I'm going to go through fairly quickly for the sake of the video, but you can go very carefully and deliberately. Go ahead and make these bigger. I'm going to skip every other one here. And there, we're done with that. And this last piece, I'm just going to follow this line a couple of times. And we're done. So doing these kind of exercises, you can create some very cool looking drawings, and you can also get a lot of practice doing curves and circles and zigzags and little scale hump shapes. And you can see there was a lot of fails in here. There are a lot of successes as well, and so focus in on those successes. If something worked for you, keep doing it, and practice. That's going to make you a more skilled artist, more able to use your pencil the way you want it to. It'll do what you're asking it to do with your brain. And have fun drawing. Please subscribe to our lessons and check out all the latest and greatest videos. Take care. Bye.